Hello and welcome to Backpaddock. Today I'm going to describe the historical sample import process. So this is how you bring in results into your SoilMate program. This is charged at the moment $10 a sample, but please refer to any pricing information that you've been sent regarding this. So the process is described in the email, and what we want to do is ensure that we're following it quite closely because we do want to avoid any additional administration fees. So the most important thing is that you're populating this template, which I have open behind us, correctly. Let me move this across here. Now, as it says here, we've got some instructions, but one of the important things is this process will create trading names, farms, and paddocks in your SoilMate database if they do not exist. So you actually don't need to create the order. You don't need to create the trading names, farms, and paddocks. This process will create them for you. So all you need to do is to get the information into this spreadsheet. So I've got another spreadsheet here with some results that I'm going to use as an example. So you can see that it's a similar template, and it would be tempting to just send this one back. But if I look at this result, the JN column here has longitude. If I go across and look at our template, that's at JB. So this is not in exact alignment with the result that I've got. So it is important that we use these correctly. So what I'm going to do is copy as much as I can in. And go from there. So let me go like this and do that one like that. Okay, we'll go back to the beginning of this. I've got some barcodes, so the sample IDs I can copy in. Now they should start, it says here, edit fields in row 3. So we want to follow along with this. So now we're looking at the farm name of the barcodes. So I want the farm name to be Joe for both of these samples. My email address has to be entered in here. I'm just going to use email at email.com.au, but it needs to be your real email address that is allocated to your SoilMate subscription. So that is an important one. If we get that wrong, that's going to cause issues. Your name also should be aligned to a SoilMate user. Trading name. Now this one here is the trading name of the sample results. So you can see back here I entered Joe as my farm name. The trading name here is going to be Farmer All. So that is a trading name that's going to appear alongside these barcodes. So it says here your trading name. So I'm just going to put that as BPC. The paddock name. So this is out of alignment to how we might normally think of it, but we can see I've got the trading name is going to be Farmer All, the farm name is going to be Joe, and then the paddock name is going to be 1A. Oh, wow. 1A. Now, both of these are going to be in the same paddock, 1A. The sampling date should be entered here. Now, I am doing 2 at once, but you might just do 1, whatever makes sense to you. The purchase order. Now, this is the purchase order from your account system if you've created one, or if you use an account system. The product code that you'll need to use is this one over here, IPIMP01. That is the code to use for any soil samples. And then you can enter that purchase order in here. You do not need to create the order in SoilMate. So I'll just put one in here. Make sure it's unique if you don't have a specific one that you need to use. Now, depth from and depth to, this is of course important. So I'm going to go 0 to 10. And then this one's going to be a 10 to 20. They're both soil for me. The test code needs to be copied down. And then these two need to be copied down. So any information that's in there needs to be filled. You could add additional samples, as many as you need to. Just take note of this. So we're editing rows here. We're leaving fields L to 0 in row 3. Oh, that's these 3 fields, which is the soil IP. So that needs to be as is. Add as many barcodes as required. Add columns into results into columns P on, etc. So this is when we need to start copying in the rest of this data. So if I look across here, I can see I've got some pH water results. So I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to find pH water and paste them in. I've got pH calcium chloride results that I'll copy in. I've got EC results here. which I'll copy in. I've got one result here for EC, etc. Now, I'm not going to do all of this on screen, but I hope you can see we're checking the heading, we're checking the units to make sure they match. So let's just jump along here and see if we can find something else. Phosphorus, so let me look at this. We're looking at PBI. So on this data entry one over here, I'm going to search for PBI. I can see it is there in this column all the way over here. So then I would copy those two results into rows 3 and 4. So use the search functions in your destination one, keep going until all of your results have been transcribed. If you're copying from a PDF, then you may need to type some or enter some, but this information is what is critical to avoid any additional delays or administration fees. So let's now read our instructions. Editing field A to K in row 3. We've done that. That's our test code information. Leave fields L to 0 in row 3. We've done that. That's just the, the generic information that's needed. Add as many barcodes as required. We've done that. So I'm going to start deleting these as we've done them. 1 PO per CSV file. We've done that. That's the same purchase order. Add results. We've done that. This process will create trading names, farms, and paddocks. Excellent. It creates an order. Excellent. Delete this text when we're ready. We're done. And then the last instruction is send this completed document back to support and CC CLE. So would simply then probably just need to reply to the original email, but reply all. Make sure it's going to support at backpaddock.com.au and to CLE@backpaddock.com.au. I'm going to save this file that we've been working on. Delete that last line. And we're going to copy it in. And we'll just say something like, hi, can you please import these? And send that away. Now, the instructions do say this bit, administration fees. That's just if you have not done any of this, if you're expecting any, the team over here to do your data entry, unfortunately, that service is not available. If you do have questions, of course, ask questions, but we do need that completed file to be returned to us for us to be able to import successfully. The rest of the instructions are here. Reply to the email with your completed template. We've done that. We'll process your samples. We'll send you results when they're available. Your samples will be invoiced in the regular way at the regular time frame. And when results are available, they will be imported into SoilMate and you'll receive the notification as you normally do. I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.